few minutes later, Peter comes down, tosses the cardboard box of empty liquor bottles on the table with finality. "There, it's done," he says. It's taking all of Hamich's resources to focus his eyes on the bottle. So I speak up. "What's done?" I poured all the liquor down the drain," says Peter. It seems to jolt Hamich out of his stupor, and he paused at the box in disbelief. "You what?" "I tossed the lot of it," says Peter. "He'll just buy more," I say. "No, he won't," says Peter. "I tracked down Ripper this morning and told her I'd turn her in the second she sold to either of you. I paid her off, too, just for good measure. But I don't think she's eager to be back in the peacekeeper's custody." Hamich takes a swipe with his knife, but Peter deflects it easily. It's pathetic. Anger rises up in me. What business of yours is it what he does? It's completely my business. However it falls out, 2 of us are going to be in the arena again, with the other as a mentor. We can't afford any drunkards on this team, especially not you, Katniss, says Peter to me. "What?" I sputter indignantly. It would be more convincing if I still weren't so hungover. Last night's the only time I've been drunk. "Yeah, and look what shape you're in," says Peter. I don't know what I expected from my first meeting with Peter after the announcement. A few kisses and hugs, a little comfort maybe. Not this. I turn to Hamich. "Don't worry, I'll buy you more liquor. Then I'll turn both of you in and let you sober up in the stocks," says Peter. "What's the point?" says Hamich. "The point is that 2 of us are coming home from the capital." "One mentor and 1 victor," says Peter. "Effie's sending me recordings of all the living victors. We're going to watch their games and learn everything we can about how they fight. We're going to put on weight and get strong. We are going to start acting like careers. And one of us is going to be victor again, whether you 2 like it or not." He sweeps out of the room and slams the front door. Hamich and I wince at the bang. "I don't like self-righteous people," I say. "What's to like?" says Hamich, who begins sucking the dregs out of the empty bottles. "You and me. That's who he plans on coming home," I say. Well then, the joke's on him," says Hamich. But after a few days, we agreed to act like careers, because this is the best way to get Peter ready as well. Every night, we watched old recaps of the games that the remaining victors won. I realized we never met any of them on the victory tour, which seems odd in retrospect. When I bring it up, Hamich says the last thing President Snow would have wanted was to show Peter and me, especially me, bonding with the other victors in a potentially rebellious district. Victors have special status, and if they appear to be supporting my defiance of the capital, it would be dangerous politically. Adjusting for my age, I realize some of our opponents may be elderly, which is both sad and reassuring. Peeta takes copious notes. Haymitch volunteers information about the victors' personalities. And slowly we begin to know our competition. Every morning we do exercises to strengthen our bodies. We run and lift things and stretch our muscles. Every afternoon we work on combat skills, throwing knives, fighting hand to hand. I teach them to climb trees. Officially, tributes aren't supposed to train, but no one tries to stop us. Even in regular years, the tributes from Districts 1, 2, and 4 show up being able to wield spears and swords. This is nothing by comparison. After all the years of abuse, Haymitch's body resists improvement. He's still remarkably strong, but the shortest run wins him. And you'd think the guy who slept every night with a knife might actually be able to hit the side of a house with one. But his hands shake so badly, it takes weeks for him to achieve even that. Peeta and I excel under the new regimen. It gives me something to do. It gives us something to do besides accept defeat. My mother puts us on a special diet to gain weight. Prim treats our sore muscles. Madge sneaks us her father's Capital newspaper. Predictions on who will be victor of the victors shows us among the favorites. Even Gale steps into the picture on Sundays, although he's got no love for Peeta or Haymitch, and teaches us all what he knows about snares. It's weird for me being in conversations with both Peeta and Gale, but they seem to have set aside whatever issues they have about me. One night, as I'm walking Gale back into town, he even admits, it would be better if he were easier to hate. Tell me about it, I say. If I could have just hated him in the arena, we wouldn't all be in this mess now. He'd be the one dead, and I'd be the happy little victor, all by myself. And where would we be, Katniss? Asked Gale. I paused, not knowing what to say. Where would I be with my pretend cousin who wouldn't be my cousin if it weren't for Peeta? Would he still have kissed me, and would I have kissed him back? If I'd been free to do so? Would I have let myself open up to him, lulled by the security of money and food, and the illusion of safety being a victor could bring under different circumstances? But there would still always be the reaping looming over us, over our children, no matter what I wanted. Hunting, like every Sunday, I say. I know he didn't mean the question literally, but this is as much as I can honestly give. Gale knows I choose him over Peeta when I didn't make a run for it. To me, there's no point in talking about things that might have been. Even if I had killed Peeta in the arena, I still wouldn't want to have married anyone. I only got engaged to save people's lives, and that completely backfired. I'm afraid